All aboard for a brand new dining adventure. Welcome to Royal Railways aboard the Utopia of the Seas, or as Royal Caribbean likes to call it, the world's biggest weekend. Hello everyone and welcome to Tea Time with Aloha and Coco. My name is Vicky and today I plan on sharing a full review of one of the most difficult restaurants to snag a reservation for in all of Royal Caribbean. The Royal Railways experience is unique. It takes you on a journey across flavors and destinations with no passport needed, of course. With beautiful vintage train vibes and dishes inspired by stops all over the Wild West, every meal feels like a first-class ticket to something extraordinary. Royal Railways Utopia Station is the most immersive dining experience at sea. You will enjoy a 5-course journey of American favorites with an upscale twist as the sights, sounds, and flavors of the Wild West unfold all around you. This is truly a wonderful experience for the entire family. However, with only 48 guests seated at each dining time, and dining times only being available a handful or 2 handfuls of times during the entire cruise duration, you can see why snagging a reservation can be hard. But let's explore the restaurant, the menu, and the entertainment with a true and honest review. I wanted to take you inside of the train cart so you could see what it looked like with no one inside. As you can see here, there are booths that sit 4 individuals, and then right next to that, there are booths that sit 2 individuals. At the end of the table, there is a screen that looks like this large window that is taking you through the Wild West. One thing I will say, there are parts where it may give you a little bit of that kind of vertigo. If I could be completely honest, I suffer from vertigo, so I don't like to see things kind of moving quickly from my peripherals, and I can understand or see how someone can get a little bit of motion sickness. I know it's silly, but just be mindful of that. Nothing crazy. I didn't throw up. I didn't feel sick, but I can see how it could affect other individuals. So just be mindful. Anyways, let's get started with our dining experience. Once you arrive for your dining experience, there's this big Utopia Station board and it says your party's name and the time of your dining experience. Then they're going to go ahead and they're going to bring you into the platform. Once you arrive at the platform, they're waiting for you with some drinks. Now you can choose to go down the path of a mocktail. It's like a lemonade, very delicious, very sweet. Then they also have an apple pie moonshine that is an alcoholic beverage for those who choose that instead. While you're enjoying your drinks, there is a photo opportunity, and they definitely suggest it. Once you're done taking your photos and using the restroom, which they ask you to do before the experience starts, they sit you down and they hand you your tickets, as well as a map of the Wild West. The best part is there is a full-blown experience that this map guides you through, so make sure that you check it out and you kind of guide yourself based off of what it says here, because you're going to make a few stops throughout the duration of your dinner experience. It's a total of 75 minutes, so just be mindful. Use the restroom before you get started because you don't want to miss any of the fun, and I'm telling you, it is a lot of fun. Now, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that the food at this restaurant, this experience was by far the best I've ever had on any ship. And I've dined at pretty much every restaurant aboard every Royal Caribbean ship, and I can tell you this is definitely something you have to try. The food was exquisite. From the very beginning, you have food waiting for you. Everything from the little breads and crackers that they bring in the beginning to your actual main course. It was just superb. So go ahead and take a look at the menu. You can of course pause this video, take a screenshot, and we're going to show you what we picked up. So if you're unfamiliar or you need a little bit of guidance, you can always use my video as reference. Remember, I have 2 little girls, so I know about what kids eat. I can tell you what I ate, and of course I go with my family, so that's also very helpful. As soon as we sat down and they ripped our tickets up, the immersive experience began. First of all, some bandit jumped on the train trying to steal something. I wouldn't know what he was trying to take because I was diving deep into the bread basket and this appetizer right here. I can't tell you for the life of me what this is, but it was very delicious. This is the bread basket I was talking about. I can't tell you how many hands I had to slap out of the way to get myself some bread. This was by far the best bread I've had at a restaurant in a very, very long time. The little Dorito looking things, they were very spicy. They were so good. The butters, spectacular. I mean, butters in barrels, tell me more. Divine. What a way to start a meal. Anyways, I think I slapped my dad's hand at this point and told him to get out of the way. He was making it very difficult for me to enjoy. Then these gold nuggets came out. Get it? Like a gold nugget in the Wild West. That was an appetizer for the kids. And this was my corn chowder, also divine. I highly recommend getting the corn chowder. You're going to adore it. And those chicken tenders, get those too if you get a chance. It doesn't matter if they're for kids. Try to get your hands on them. Then this guy shows up trying to distract me from enjoying my meal, so I just ignore him and get back to eating. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Pierre Resistance. This was the braised short rib. It fell off the bone. It was so good. The sauce it was in, oh, spectacular. A 10 out of 10. And then, as if that couldn't get any better, the desserts rolled out, and the desserts are just as beautiful as they are delicious. The kids got this little chocolate choo-choo. It was divine. And of course, the adults got chocolate cigars. As you can see, the little ash at the bottom is almost like a sugar. It was so delicious. Now it's clear that this experience is my own, but I definitely have to share it with you because, like me, I'm sure that you guys are excited to celebrate something really magical on your next trip. And I know that you're looking for something that is worth the money and a dining experience, something that is going to be worthwhile. So if you are looking for something that is magical, that is worthwhile, that is worth the money, I say try this experience because you're not going to regret it. The food was incredible. The experience was incredible. My favorite part was how periodically, depending on whether or not you're celebrating something, they will bring little telegrams. So it was the end of the school year for the girls, and they were bringing in little telegrams saying congratulations. If you have a birthday and anniversary, they celebrate that too. So it is just a wonderful and immersive experience. And Tea Time with Aloha and Coco gives this a 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in our next review, our next video, or our next craft right here on Tea Time with Aloha and Coco. Until next time, but don't forget, stay magical.